Good morning, my friends. How are you? I have missed you. I have been away at Resilience Training. It was a training program that has been created for frontline workers. And so that would include people in our room, like firefighters and police officers and nurses and doctors and psychologists and chaplains and a lot of all those people that are on the front lines. I'm forgetting a few, I'm sure. And and what they're trying to do is the people who created this program, what they're trying to do is extend it to realtors because believe it or not, realtors are the fourth largest uh, by population number of suicides. So we are working to create this program, hopefully for realtors as well. So that's where I've been. And I want to make a couple of comments and observations that I'm thinking about right now that I want to share with you. And one of them is that, trauma in any of our situations comes back. And, those of you who have been long followers of mine know that I've been through some trauma. And at the time, I was doing, when I was this vulnerable state, I was coming on and I was a little bit of a mess. And I got messages from you guys because you cared about me and you loved me. And you're like, hey, you got to get it together, kind of thing. And so I, toughened up and I got through it. At least for you guys, I got through it, right? And so this idea that things go away or we can bury them, I think is incorrect. And I think that, and I used this quote last week, and honestly, I was going to use a different quote today, but when I downloaded it, it came back up. So I'm going to bring on our quote, and that is, your body hears everything your mind says. So this idea about resilience and that we can stuff whatever it is down, whatever it is, whether it's just uncertainty about what we're doing, or we don't like the way our husband treats us, or we're scared for our children, or whatever it is. Like these ideas that we can just solve it because, or stuff it down, or just get rid of it and not think about it. Our body knows differently. And I'm going to tell you like a little story about this morning. So I'm going for a procedure today, and I'm a little nervous, although it's not a big deal. And but anyways, I worked out and I was doing my thing. And I've told you I've been using the lumen to test whether I'm burning fat or burning carbohydrates. And the reason for that is because I felt like I was in stress all the time. And so I've been watching it. And so this morning I'm like, I feel my workout and I'm like right in the zone, what I'm considering like that fat burning zone, and where my body is being efficient at utilizing uh, energy, right? So I get done and I test it and it's high. And I'm like, that can't be right. So I wait and I test it again and it's still high. So I stop. I'm like, all right, so pretty good day eating yesterday, got a lot of rest last night, just had this great workout where I was in that zone, like that good zone for this amount of time. So why is it so high? And I thought to myself, because my body knows that I'm scared and my body is stressed because of anticipation of what's going to happen. So, anyways, of course, leave it to me to leave whatever I'm talking about for this resilience and changing it to me, right? So, anyways, I'm going to be taking and transforming the Rise training to include that we're going to retire rituals and put it as part of it, but we're going to make it resilience. And I think that this is a really important thing for the realtor professionals right now and for those other earthlings that follow this. So stay tuned. There's going to be a lot of interesting transitions and just to kind of fit where we're at today. And in the meantime, what can you do? Because we're going into this high stress part of our days and in our lives. We're going to the holidays. We we have a wedding coming up that's black tie, right? And for those of you who know me and my family, we're not very black tie-ish. And we're all in a tailspin, like, what are we going to wear, right? And me, like this morning when I was working out, I'm like, shoes. My feet hurt a lot. So I'm like, although I've been working on it, right? So maybe it's working, I don't know. But I'm like, okay, what am I going to wear for shoes? Because I can't go high and I can't go low, and I'm going to look like a dwarf if I'm in my little long dress, and everybody else is going to be so much taller than I am. And I just went into this really crazy spin. So our resilience is going to attach with those questions that I asked you before. Like, what does resilience mean to you? Does it mean being strong and tough? Or does it mean being vulnerable? Right? Does it mean getting it all out, embracing the suck, getting through the stuff? Or does it mean stuffing it down? We're going to identify these kinds of things because I feel like we can feel better than we are right now. And I'm bored, if you're bored, to figure this all out together. So please leave me a comment. Right now, I've been pushing these out everywhere. I'm changing the name of the Facebook group, so there'll be some transition there also. But I can't remember my password to Facebook, so I can't change it yet. So hang in there with me. Let's do this together. I am so grateful for you. And I think ultimately, together, we can feel better. We can be happier. We can be more content. And it can be with all of the resources that we have right now. We don't need to go somewhere else to find our answers. All right, my friends, this is Kate Lanigan McGregor. I will see you tomorrow. I think I got it tomorrow. All right, bye.